If you struggle with bunker shots, then this is a perfect introductory lesson. There is a modernized way to approach the bunker shot. It involves a cleaner setup, which means that you're going to be hitting your bunker shots a lot straighter. And just like that, I'm able to get out of the sand. And besides just talking about the setup and how to actually hit the shot, we talk about different lies and how that affects how you have to interact with the sand. So this is a short but very informative lesson. There will be some more detailed lessons in the bunker in the future, but this is just a good first guide in how to hit some bunker shots. And guys, if you're new here, my name is Chonger. I'm an average golfer with the goal of trying to get to scratch, documenting my journey along the way, filming my weekly lessons, talking about different gear and gadgets that help me improve. So if you're interested in that, follow along, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys along with me on this journey. So with that being said, let's dive into this lesson.
So how would you do it if you had to do it? If we're going just to that like middle one there.
Okay. I'm thinking open stance.
Okay.
I'm thinking getting low.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking a lot of wrist hinge, and
Okay.
I'm thinking about releasing the club.
Okay. Let's see it.
And I'm thinking, yeah, hitting behind
Yeah.
the ball.
Okay. I mean, I like most of that setup. I think you can kill one thing and then you're going to be way better at like hitting it on line.
Yep.
So definitely kind of our old school approach was this A-frame where it's like, that's my feet line, that's my target line, this is the line that my heel stands on, open, wide, open face, swing across, swipe. It works for sure. If I keep the face open, swing across and swipe, it works.
Yep.
But it's hard to measure. I'm swinging this way, the face is that way. I gotta kind of like cut it a little bit or open it up. So I think we can change one thing and then you're gonna change all of it. I love the one thing that you said was wide and low. That's like my biggest thing is. So when I hit bunker shots, I'm usually pretty square. This is 58 degrees, yours is 60.
Yep.
This is not an issue. Like this lip is not an issue until it gets to be like way up here, then we gotta do something a little bit different. But for this shot right here, I just need to kind of keep the loft a little bit more true. But I'll open it up. So it's more than 58 degrees. Let's call it 61 or 2 degrees. I get wide and I get low and I just imagine that I'm sitting in a chair. I'm just like butt in a chair, not moving anywhere. My weight is more forward, so my anchor point is on the left side. And I want to hit down into this thing. So I'm really just hinging thumbs up and then thumbs down. So I'm finding my 2 inches behind the ball. And then I'm able to sort of splat this thing out. My direction is going to be way better this way than if I'm open, swiping. Sometimes I pull it, sometimes I cut it.
Yep.
You might even see like Scheffler does this a lot, where he actually closes his stance, swings a little inside, and then over the top to kind of hit down on it. So he like pulls it on his line. It helps him hit down to hit the golf ball up into the air. So you'll see more of guys actually closing up their stance than opening it now, which is interesting. And I think it just goes to kind of like how we understand the technique a little bit better. This is a great way to hit a big explosion swipe shot, but there's so many variables there. So I think go square,
Yep.
face open just a little bit, sit down into it, keep your butt in the chair. That means nothing really moves around. Little return swipe as you go through. Pretty easy coming out of here from that motion. I'm not moving around too much. So you're allowed to use your wrists, you're allowed to use your hands.
So no, like really shaftly, no driving. It's more releasing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If we just drive into this thing, it doesn't act like the ground out there where it's going to resist us a little bit and kind of stand us up. It's going to just keep digging in, especially this really soft sand that's here. So I would go a little wider and I'd get that ball a little further back in your stance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right there. And I'll tell you how we can figure out where it should be in your stance in particular.
Okay.
But why don't we hit this shot? So dig your feet in, stay nice and low like you're sitting in a chair.
And don't need to rotate my chest too much.
Not much. It's really just like a little
throwing
bit.
my hands at it.
Exactly. Good. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Pretty good.
And it'll go higher if I release it more, right?
If you
Release
hit
it.
more, yeah, think of more like that thump that we were hitting, kind of
Oh, more
thump down, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So kind of splat down a little bit more. Yeah. Nice. Really
That
nice.
came out with more spin too, didn't it?
For sure. Well, the reality is if I throw square grooves at something, the ball's going to grab more into the grooves. Actually, I can kind of spin this slower this way. If I go across, I can deflect it and cut spin into it, but I have to do it at a higher speed. So I can get the ball to spin a little bit more true without having to like really rev it up. So I think my margin of error then is going to be better at something where I'm kind of swinging a little less powerfully.
This lie that I put it on, would you consider this still, I guess, because obviously the quality of the sand is still pretty fluffy
Sure.
and stuff.
But it's firmer down there for
Firmer.
sure. Like this is darker. Like what?
Yeah.
If I'm reading a bunker, like I'm reading green complexes, when it's dark, it's grainy into me. When it's shiny, it's fast downhill. When this is dark here, this is denser, thinner, powdery, and white is going to be heavy, just like snow. It looks the same way. It's just like this is really soft. There's a lot to dig in over here. This is heavier because this is where most people practice down in here.
Yep.
So it's just a little heavier surface. All that means is there's less for me to resist. So I kind of treat the bunker like I do a swimming pool. Like if I have to move fast through a pool, I move slowly. If I try to run in a pool, the resistance like holds me back. So if I try to go really hard at something that has a lot of sand in it, I'll just dig forever and it'll slow me down. I barely, can I jump in here for a sec? I barely need to swing at this thing and it's gonna come out nice because there's not much sand underneath it. So I can make a tiny little swing and it's gonna come out even off of this like bare lie. I still need to get sand though. We'll omit that one. But I can make a tiny little swing and it's gonna come out really nicely. I don't need to like rip at this thing. If I have the ball sitting down in like a lot of sand around it, call it like fried egg sort of setup, this is when I might need to just add a little bit of speed to take care of the rest of the sand that I have to kind of get through.
Okay.
More sand, harder swing, less sand, softer swing.
Do you ever pick the ball clean in the bunker?
Fairway bunkers.
Fairway bunkers?
So if I had to hit this 60 yards out of here,
Yep.
I have to decide whether I want to play like a big explosion shot or pick it clean. If I'm in a fairway bunker 100 yards plus and I'm kind of playing a full shot, I'm picking it clean. There's never a time greenside where I'm picking it clean, ever.
Even if like, because even this is more compact, but you can still kind of hit behind it. But if it's like really hard packed sand,
I would still.
still.
The nice thing about this is like we used to have really hard, firm beach sand here until they added this a year ago.
Yep.
And this was kind of my favorite shot, but we also had maybe a little slightly different tools. The firmer the sand is, the harder the pack is, the more you have to hit down at it.
Okay.
So we have to hit down this way at it more.
Yep.
I can't bounce into it at all.
Yep.
So the tighter the lie, the more I have to like go and hit whatever sand is underneath that to make sure that this thing comes out. I just don't need a huge swing.
Yep.
So the soft sand, there's up for grabs. I can do a whole bunch of things from here. This is limited in the fact that I can't just explosion this because if it bounces, I'm in trouble. So I kind of have to send this in a little bit more of like a digging motion and my 2 inches behind the golf ball to sort of get it. There's just still sand there.
Yeah. Okay, let me just go back to this basic
Yeah.
stock shot first.
Yeah,
before,
for sure.
but I just had a question. I kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go there on that sand right there. There you go. Nice.
So I'm thinking kind of ball middle, more of my.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
stance.
was going to show you how. So all you have to do is when you take your setup in your square,
Yep.
you just make a few little swings and you just try to hit the sand in the same spot. And you see where you would bottom out. So if you're more inclined to kind of be by your big toe on the front, then you'd move that ball a little bit more forward. It looks like you're bottoming out a little bit more towards the middle of your stance. So you'd want that ball about 2 inches from where your first starting position was. So I'd put that ball like there. That's like the first one that you made. That's, call it like 3 inches. But that's where you'd want your ball position. And now you would just get further. If you want this to go higher,
Yep.
drop the handle. So
Like
drop
this.
the handle really, really low. Yeah. And then keep it low.
Okay,
Weight
but I
is-
still don't have to open
Weight
up
is
as
forward.
much. I still.
Weight's forward. Drop your hands really low and keep them low. That's it.
Okay, and then
you can
still
kind of
just.
thump. Yeah. Good. You just got to keep going. Good. So go right through. Match length of backswing to follow through. Good. Okay. That's like a little off the heel almost. We want to like toe catch it like we were those other flop shots. Remember how we were kind of going this way?
Yeah.
Like making more room? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Make more room.
Okay.
That ball's sitting down. You can move it a little bit more forward. Get in it. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Okay, so get really, really low. Drop the handle. Don't move through this one. Just stay on your left side. A little clean. A little clean, a little long. That happens, I don't know, 200 times a day out of this bunker. There's always a million golf balls up there.
They should have a sign over there.
Okay, what flag are you aiming at? No flag. Yeah.
That wasn't me. Yeah, that wasn't me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, let's hit a real shot.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
I was scared of after the last.
So you just got to move with a little bit more conviction on these ones. So from where you are there, to get yourself in position, and you just pick that spot and then just thump. So handle low is going to give me the high shot. The lower I drop the hands, the higher the golf ball is going to go.
Yep.
Softer it's going to land. So just move with a little bit more conviction, a little bit more speed. So dig it in real wide, real low. Good. Yeah. And try not to go down at anything. Sit back.
Like more like that.
Yeah. Right. So less of turning into it and down. Just sit where you are.
Oh, okay.
Let the hands go. Yeah. You're in a chair. You're literally in a chair. Great. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Great. Good. Now your face is just pointing to the right a little bit much. If it is, that's fine. You just have to allow that thing to square to your target. So you can kind of swivel it down into the golf ball. Good. A little early into the sand. Came out on line nicely.
Too far behind the sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how does where you hit into the sand affect the trajectory of the shot?
Yeah, if you hit way behind it,
Yep.
most likely what's going to happen is it's going to slow down and it's going to launch the ball a lot lower. It's like pushing sand on top of it. So the closer you hit to the golf ball, the more spin that you would put on it, the higher it would come out. So I want you to really just do this. Like feel like you're throwing this thing down into the sand that way as you go through. Like let it release. Yeah.
Like that?
Stay where you are. Right? Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Stay where you are and just thump the sand. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so this is just like the club becomes a little bit more independent from us because we're locking our legs in place and we're trying to hit one spot in the ground and it's not the ball. So I don't have to drive into this. I'm not trying to change my low point to move forward. My low point is right where it needs to be. So we just stay there.
Yeah, it feels different.
Sure it does. But just throw it right at the golf ball and just keep your hips where they are. Just stay right there. Yep, great.
Oh.
Yeah, great. You watch like the best bunker players in the history of the game. For whatever reason, most of them are from South Africa. I don't know why that is. They must have tough bunkers over there. But you see like Gary Player and Ernie Els and who's that? Louis Oosthuizen, great bunker player. Knees deep in their position. They hit their bunker shots and they're just like still in that same frame. They're not moving around too much. Yeah. Yeah, great.
Oh.
Looked like a clean lie. Like the ball was sitting so clean
Yeah.
that you had to thump down on that thing just a little bit.
Okay, so that's the one where
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna have
that's
to go
sitting pretty bare, that ball there. You have to thump some sand. You have to make it work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right,
That
you-
one wasn't fluffy, so I wasn't.
wasn't fluffy.
Didn't have that
No,
forgiveness.
it wasn't
right?
even a little bit fluffy. So
Okay.
you got to try to thump that thing. Yeah, much better. Give me a little bit of spin on that.
It just came out low because I have to kind of bring it up more, right?
Right. Yeah.
These
All right.
more thin ones are more scary.
Sure they are. Good. Pick your spot. Thump down. That's pretty good off of that bare lie. That's really good.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. So then you don't have to change the technique very much at all. It just becomes like, this is how I'm going to do it. This is where I'm going to stay. And then you're just regulating distance with length of swing.
Length of swing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's hit one more, and then I have to go close the academy down, apparently.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, a little bit more sand and a little bit more V shape to your swing. Then you're starting to pop it up out of there.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Just
That looks
more steep.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And so I could think more weight on my front foot.
Right? And you do that at the beginning. You wouldn't do that in transition. You do that to kind of set up there and then kind of hit down into it a little bit more, and then it would come out like that. Yeah.
Okay.
That looks good. The only thing that I would have changed from your original setup was just how open you were.
Yep.
The first ball went way over there, and it looked like it could have.
Yep.
And the possibility of it going over there was unlikely, so you just square it up a little bit. Seems to be more of a common occurrence when we watch the best players do it now, which is nice because it's everywhere else we kind of do the same thing, is we line up very parallel or perpendicular to wherever our club face is.
So that will conclude this video. Hopefully you found this lesson insightful. Let me know, do you prefer shorter videos where the topic is more focused, or do you like having longer videos like an hour or an hour and a half that's more uncut of my lesson so you can get more of a feel of what a lesson is like? Let me know which one you prefer and I will alter accordingly. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.